is one of the reasons we have an opioid epidemic is in part because we have a pain epidemic. Like, there is a massive amount of chronic pain.
Yeah.
And when you look at this, there's a lot of different corollary factors, not necessarily causal factors, but, you know, we used to be a lot more active. We sit at desks all day.
Yeah.
That leads to chronic pain.
Yeah.
Like we
joy,
health and food.
Yeah.
Like you look at food, and there's an argument to be said that as we mass produce food, the nutrient density goes down, and therefore we're not necessarily getting all the nutrients. And can that be correlated to pain? There's all these things psychological. We're exposed to all sorts of different types of, you know, we're looking at our phones all the time, TV all the time. Does that have a psychological impact? So again, there's these corollary factors that we see, but in reality, we do see a lot of patients in pain. And if we can, this is why I believe what we do and what we do together is so important, is as we help patients get out of pain, in a very real way, we save patients' lives. Because if you're in chronic pain and you feel like you have no other option except to take an opioid, you're going to take it.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, when you get cut off and you can no longer take that, you're going to turn to something else to try to help with that pain. And I feel like a lot of times that's where it leads to desperation, and that desperation can lead to these deaths that we're seeing. Yeah. And so as a doctor community, it's really important for us to say, how do we help these patients get out of pain? How do we deal with the mental, emotional, and psychological components that are affecting these patients' lives that are in chronic pain? But one of the core things, I believe, as I said at the beginning, is education. And as we have these conversations, we talk about this, we make it more normal for patients to be able to hear doctors trying to solve this problem. I do believe that over time, as you just said, we're making good momentum, but over time we will solve this and help a lot of patients. So